you have to make this a dominant. So remember, a dominant is it has a flat seventh. So all right, so we have, this is a G chord, right? So the key of G, you would have an F sharp there. We've lowered it to make it a dominant seventh chord. There is also a B flat in the key signature we have to cancel in order to get rid of it. All right, so just as a reminder, major is in the key, so that something like C major would just be that. Dominant is you lower the seventh, just like you would lower the seventh of a B. Minor, you have to lower the third and lower the seventh. So you lower the third, lower the seventh. Half diminished is a diminished third chord and lowering that one also. A full diminished is diminished, then you have to doubly lower that. Okay? So when I say a dominant, that means you have to lower the seventh in the key. So that's why this would normally be F sharp, and it's not. So with the C, that's C major, right? Now, if I use the flat that's already there, that makes it dominant because you've lowered the seventh. This one is an F chord, and that's pretty easy. You just leave it the way it is. All right, another F chord. Another G7. Another C7. Why are they making you do this twice? I don't know, but here you go. And F. All right, so you have an F chord again. Now I'm making these whole notes because that's what the whole thing is going to be. This is 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 beats. So I have to have whole notes to fill up the entire bar. This is D minor. Remember, there's no sharp here because it's lowered to make it minor. This one is in the key signature. The B flat's already there. You don't really need it, but I'll put one there anyways. The A, you need to do something with. Sorry. You need to raise it to make it out of the key. All right. All right, the key of D, you have a C sharp and an F sharp. To make it dominant 7, you have to lower it, so that stays the same. Back to that G7 again. Back to that C7 again. And back to the F. This teaches you harmonic rhythm. So you're having the chord changes on top, and they're happening with the melody when you do the chord change. So if you're going to notate the chords in the right hand, they have to be the same duration of where the chord changes. So here we have here a D. So the D, the next chord happens on this one here. That's 2 bars in, 2 beats in, 1, 2. On beat 3, there has to be something. So then you have 4 and that happens here. So this chord has to be on the and because that's when that chord happens. Same thing as here with 3. So this one here is going to have 3 beats. So I need to make it 3 beats. And this happens on beat 4. As a general rule, if most of the notes are below the middle line, you put the flag up or the stem up. if it's if more of them are above, you put it lower. So, and then kind of, and if it's kind of equal, you kind of decide what looks better. Most of the time you go down, depending on what the context of the music is. All right, so here, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means it's got to be 2 half notes for the chords. So put D. Keep checking and make sure they are in there. So in the key of D, there's an F sharp there, so that's fine. So I need to make this 2 beats. I need A. In the key of A, there is a C sharp there. So that's okay. And back to D again. In this case, it's got to be 3 beats just to match the top melody, and then a rest. All right, so this one's also going to say the same thing as the top here. 2 beats. Dot. There. All right, F sharp. Well, there's an F sharp and a C sharp. So that makes it minor, because there's supposed to be an A sharp there to make it major. Key of. Okay, so that's 3 beats. I need to make it 3 beats. This is going to be 1 beat. Okay. Now, is this in the key? Well, in the key of B, regardless of what's going on here, just think in the key of B, there's supposed to be a D sharp and an A sharp. But that's lowered, so that makes it a dominant. Okay, here is the A, so I need a half note because that's 2 beats before this one comes in. All right, this one's going to have to be half because it's 2 beats. So, the key of E, there's supposed to be A, and it's supposed to also be a D sharp, but it's been lowered, so we have to make it a dominant. And this is going to be 3 to match that. All right, back to A again. So do I need to do that? No. You don't need to do that because there's 4 beats here. All right, so this one's also 4 beats. 2, 3, 4 for the F. All right, so now we have A minor. Okay, so in the key of A, it's supposed to be a C sharp. Lower it to make it minor. So now we have to lower it. That's 2 beats long. All right, so another 2 beats for the E. Let's use that one. G, B, and D. And then back to A again. All right, now back here to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 2 beats. G chord also has to be 2 beats. All right, key of D. How many beats is this going to be? 1, 2, 3. So I can put dots on there. Then I got a lovely D sharp. Okay, so here's one of those crazy things to figure out how to do. So let's just pretend for a split second that we have a, I'm going to make this D diminished, all right? So in the key of D, you're supposed to have an F sharp, and so it's lowered, and then make this flat. So in here, I raise this. All right. Now you don't have to put F sharp there because it's in the key signature, but I'm just putting it here just as a reminder. Alright, so that's the chord there, so I have to do this and that. I'll erase that to get rid of the confusion of it. Alright, so now you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 beat, and 2 beats for that chord. So you have an E minor chord. You know, to make this E major, it's supposed to be a G sharp. We've lowered it to make it minor. D chord. D has F sharp in it. It's also in the key signature. And it's going to make this 2 beats. We need A7. That looks right. Oh, I made a mistake. I forgot to put one more here. Sorry about that. And the key of D has that. There you go. That's how you kind of make out chords with a key signature and using harmonic rhythm.